Hello everyone and welcome back. We have a massive news drop as Creative Assembly are closing up for Christmas. Their usual thank you for support in the year, where they're going to be going into detail regarding Total War 40k, Medieval 3, and obviously Warhammer 3, including some very good information there. I've had a quick run at it, so yeah, let's talk about this. There's a lot to talk about. We won't be going on to like the generic stuff where they're just saying thank you and, you know, the whole worst kept secret thing. I mean, everyone kind of knew that it was coming, but there is a lot more, so let's just jump in. So regarding 40k, we have the following information. Total War is venturing to the far future. I'm a massive fan of the books and painting the minis. I'm working on a Flesh Terror army, which is a pain because they're tricky to find the decals. Not so much if you go on Etsy, actually, Roger. He's painting them by hand. Oh my god, why? Bro, Etsy. Sorry, it's just I'm right now working on an army for 40k, and yeah, doing it by hand. I won't say what army it is just yet. It's going to be a surprise, but doing it by hand is not a good idea. Words don't do justice how good it personally feels to finally lift the lid on our new game. It's been a privilege of a lifetime that we get the chance to reveal the trailer at the Game Awards with the help from our friends and fellow Warhammer 40k enthusiast, David Harbour. It should come as no surprise that the shape of the showcase was different before we got to that opportunity, and frankly the chance to show the hard work of the team on one of video games' largest stages is something that I felt obliged to do. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. It wasn't really ideal because it was like 5 a.m. for me, but even I can admit, what a hell of a showcase. So let's see, we got more here. I was there, I watched it live. It's the usual stuff, he's just talking to that. But we got some more information down here. So this game is being developed by hardcore fans of the setting. It's personal for us. If you were to walk into our studio, the first thing you'd see is a cabinet upon cabinet of miniatures the team have hand-built, and painted throughout this project. Making a video game based on the grimdark future isn't about transposing ideas, it's about the truly immersing ourselves in the setting, painting miniatures, rolling 300,000 six-sided dice, oh god, someone's playing orcs, and that always missed the box, and reading the infinite library of novels and codices and more. Of course, none of this would be possible without the constant support of Games Workshop. It's been over 10 years since we first teamed up to develop the Warhammer series, and we're grateful for the trust they've placed in us to bring another of their IPs to life. Our goal is clear. We can create the ultimate game set in the Warhammer 40k universe, a game where all your favorites from the setting eventually coexist in a vast galactic sandbox. Awesome. Some of you have already pointed out that this is what the next 10 years looks like for CA. It's going to take quite a bit of time to get everything in a massive 40k catalogue that deserves a place in the galaxy. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be another 10 years. We said it before. Hell, it could even be longer considering that Games Workshop are releasing brand new factions and armies and loads of new character models. Just a lot going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if this can last longer. Hell, I mean, he's kind of doubling down on more stuff for Warhammer 3, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. But yeah, I mean, they're all pretty excited, and they should be. I mean, it's going to be a lot of money for them. Like, a lot of money. Creative Assembly are going to make a lot of money. It's just expected, right? Like, if Warhammer kept the lights on during all the bad times, this is going to blow up the lights with extra power. Alright, Total War Medieval 3. After many long years, Medieval 3 is finally in development. Yeah, I mean... Oh boy, and look, he's even joking about the whole Half-Life 3 thing, which, yeah, makes sense. So I'm glad that we finally have it. Well, it's not here yet, but it's something that I think a lot of people were wanting, especially myself. While I'm a Warhammer fan first, I miss historical Total War. But let's go into a few paragraphs down. We know some of you were concerned when you heard the words pre-production. We weren't clear enough on this, and it can sound like the game is nothing more than ideas on paper. But that's not the case. The game is already taking shape in a playable builds. Thanks to Warcore, it's playable earlier than any game in our development history, with core features like sieges, formation, and population systems being tested as I write this. Well, yeah, we've seen some stuff with population systems through that last stream that they did. So I'm really happy that that's the case. If Warcore is going to be a really good engine going forward, hell yeah, dude, right? So pre-production for us means refining the vision, locking down a list of core mechanics, and ensuring every piece fits together before full-scale production ramps up. All right, okay. It's a bit different to what I've normally heard of pre-production, but okay, they're further above there. That's good. We want to lift more on the veil, which is why this week, oh, that's already happened, where they were showcasing Spain. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It looked pretty good. I hope that there's a playable Gibraltar there, just, for my sake. And then a question many of you have asked is, why didn't you make this sooner? It wasn't for lack of trying. We tried to do it many times, but we felt like we couldn't do it justice until now. Bringing a game to life requires all the right things to fall perfectly in place. The right team, right technology, the right vision to push the boundaries of our historical experience and deliver something that resonates with the players worldwide. Yeah, I mean, let's be cool about it. Like, if it wasn't going to be in a new engine, if it was still going to be on Warscape, it would have been an atrocious failure, but Warcore, they seem very confident. And then they go memeing on Bethesda again. Okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy about that. The idea of the new engine makes them feel confident. It means that they're likely seeing very good results so far. And I mean, we've seen some pretty cool stuff with like the half a second of gameplay for 40k. Obviously, it's not a lot, but that is making me feel a little bit more confident, I think. Because I just want a good game. I just really want a good game. No drama, no review bombs, no nothing. I just want a good game. Warhammer 3 is where we get more info, and it's been a lot. So it hasn't been the easiest year to be a Warhammer 3 player. No, it hasn't. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Good. Despite the setbacks and challenges, I'm incredibly proud of the development team for staying focused and delivering Tides of Torment experience that we can stand behind. This has been our smoothest launch in recent memory and has been seeing the highest daily active users since Immortal Empires first launched. That's great. Not the highest player peak, but daily active users is actually very good. I know not every part of the package is everyone's cup of tea, which is why we started splitting the DLC so you'll have a choice. Choice for all players is really important to me. The team put their heart and soul into this one. We delayed because we weren't good enough. We weren't good enough? Because it wasn't good enough, I guess. And the additional time got us to a good place. That said, we'll continue to update and bug fix as we go on. Yeah, that's fine. And they actively acknowledge the Shadows of Change debacle, which I actually really appreciate. I think it's very good for CA staff to do that. Well, Roger's like someone pretty high up, I think. But you know what I mean. It's still very good, right? The DLC is good. I'm really happy with the standard. I'm really happy with the color. I'm really happy with, the Northka rework, which he mentions there. So actually really happy to see. Let's continue though. However, I want to acknowledge that there are two main areas where we failed to meet expectations and are committed to improving. Reliable content delivery, we've heard that before, and maintaining game health. Our new engine is designed to help us solve this challenge with future games like Warhammer 40k. But we're in a painted corner with Warhammer 3. Updating Warhammer 3 is hard and delicate work. You would think that almost 10 years into developing content for the series that things would become easier, but not with this version of the engine. Adding more content and features is a combinatorial testing problem. This engine struggles under the weight of its sheer scale of Immortal Empires. That's not an excuse, that's just a fact. We'll continue to raise our internal bar for delivery, but like all things in life, there are no guarantees. We're going to ship something good late over something bad on time every time. Yeah, and that's good. That's good. Delays are always good. It's something that has spoken about, many people have spoken about. We can have both. I think it's very important. We can have both bug fixes and content, but making sure that the game is in a good working order is very, very important. And so far, the bug fixing has been good. Hell, we had a hotfix on a Sunday, which is odd and rare, but it's very, very much welcome. To try and remedy this for Warhammer, we've made two big changes. First, we've grown the team and brought back some veterans' hands to provide support for Lords of the End Times. Awesome! Okay, yeah, that was something that it was very obvious. There wasn't enough people, there wasn't enough hands, so it's good to see more people coming back. That's actually really good. And second, we're improving how we build, validate, and deliver content. It's not a silver bullet, but it'll hopefully pave the way for future content being delivered on a more reliable cadence. That would be helpful. Absolutely helpful. Not even just for the point of myself like a content creator, but as someone who likes putting a shit ton of hours into this game, just more content would be lovely, right? So let's continue. When it comes to game health, the bottom line is simple. The content you've paid for shouldn't break. Yes. We were too slow on reacting to the campaign AI bug, and while we had planned to patch it, we should have spoken to you faster and fixed it at lightning speed. Again, yes, I completely agree. Since this, we're identifying AI bugs as serious crashes. That means we treat them as the highest priority, take immediate action to resolve and communicate. We won't always get this right, but this provides us with more robust approach to reacting. Some of you might have already seen how quickly we fixed an AI issue right after launch. We'll strive to be that fast, and when we can't, because of the complexity of the issue, we'll keep you regularly informed. That's all we wanted. Hell, that video I did, the This Shouldn't Happen video, right? That's what I said. Is like, all I want is like, if things can't be fixed now, talk about it. It's important, right? I think that's really, really important. And it's good that they're learning. Let's hope that they continue, right? Because they've said a lot of things before and then they don't. I'm not trying to be negative here. I'm used to this. I'm used to this already. So in the meantime, we're keeping our eyes firmly focused on Tides of Torment and the wider game experience. We're listening, and please let us know if you experience any major issues. Cool. Looking forward, we have some development changes to make you aware of. The first is that of Neferata, Nagash's Mortarch of Blood, will become our free Legendary Lord coming alongside patch 8.0, aka the End Times update. We had originally planned for her to be the first character in our new smaller content packs, which we're naming character packs. I have been calling character packs for fucking 2 years now, so validation here for me. But after some lengthy consideration, it makes sense, thematic sense, that she and a Vampire Counts update arrive alongside the Great Necromancer. Okay, that's good. Vampire Counts Rework and her for free. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of people would have wanted her, and we know that she could like make a lot of like money because she's that popular. So I'm actually pretty impressed with Creative Assembly making her free. That has actually surprised me. Good lord, yeah, because she would sell like hotcakes. Good lord. All right, so let's continue. So who's going to take her place over as her first character pack? We're always keen to explore more of the unknown in the Warhammer world that was. No, it's World of Legend, thank you. That's what they call it in Age of Sigmar. World of Legend is the old world one. Sorry, it's just a nitpicky thing. So we're venturing back to Grand Cathay with a thematic twist, with a fearsome DLC that will come roaring in to claw back that space left by Neferata. Yeah, this is going to be Tigerman. Like, so simple. Like, those words, that is Tigerman. Like, yeah. So, plus an assortment of lore-inspired content. So, yeah, I'm imagining Tigerman here. We'll have to wait and see. What's also different about this pack is that it's smaller than our normal single pack. We're trying to get more content out that doesn't necessarily have to be a giant build a giant faction around. Okay, so the pricing for this pack will match the value of the content in it. While this is an experiment for us, we do think that the value of the content is there, so there's a reason for us to do it. However, I expect it to be more or less our normal pack price of £7.49 or $8.99. You'll hear more about that in early 2026. Okay, so it's going to be the same price as a Lord pack, like say for example Decala, but it's going to have less content. We're going to have to wait and see. Because, yeah, if it's structured and it does a lot of stuff, like the patch is also part of that, it could be worth it. I'm not going to sound alarm bells just yet. Okay, now side quests. Every year we like to set ourselves a few side quests, small but meaningful goals that we hope to add value for you or help correct some past missteps. Last year, sorry, it's just kind of funny just to see it that way. Last year, we made 4 pledges that we're committed to delivering going forward. So, no more blood packs. It's basically just going to be part in the main game, which I think is always very, very good. It was really silly to have DLC blood packs, so it's good to see that gone. Total War launcher will be removed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The mod launcher right now is phenomenal, by the way, which is kind of replacing the launcher in a sense. I don't know if you've seen that or you used it if you don't mod that much, but it is really freaking good. It's helped with modded playthrough so much. I just need playsets though. Factions will no longer be a pre-order bonus, so yeah, that's great. We'll still offer pre-order bonuses. It's probably going to be like early access or something, but no pre-order like Warriors of Chaos like before and so on, which I think is actually going to be ultimately better, because that means in my like personal opinion, we won't have the same issue with Warriors of Chaos, Norska, and the Ogres, which needed reworks afterwards, you know? It was not too good. Same thing actually with Three Kingdoms. The pre-order incentive was the Nanman, and then they needed a second Nanman DLC to do it. it was awful, right? And finally, Shadows of Change would offer individual purchase options alongside race updates. Yeah. Like, there's a few things that need to be done still with Tzeentch, I think. But Kislev feels amazing right now. And Grand Cafe, to be honest, I mean, you can play them without a DLC. So that's all really, really good. I'm pretty happy with what's happened there. Historical Restoration. All right. Looking forward, our side quest for 2026 is the beginning of a more ambitious one. Our new titles are very much the focus of our attention. But where we can, we want to go back to some of our legacy titles and give them some much needed quality of life updates. These will vary in size and scope on the depending title. Some might focus on bug fixing to make the player experience smoother, alright, while others might see more robust improvements to features like game mechanics, alright. There's a lot of dust to brush off in some of these games. In some cases, the source code is lost completely back in 2004 as a much longer, less forward-thinking studio having coded. Okay, yep, that's fine. Oh my god, are they finally going to fix up all the bugs with Attila and stuff? That would be great, right? And they're going to push to make them function as intended with modern hardware. Oh, wow, that sounds great. Oh, my God, if they could fix all the really annoying bugs in Three Kingdoms, that would be fantastic. There's such a few ones that just kind of like softlock you sometimes. And it's very specific, but when it happens, it's really annoying. So that's pretty damn good. I am pretty happy about this. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. And then final side quest, which is direct contact with Roger. Okay. Well, he's basically putting out his email there, and he wants people to email in if they want feedback and so on. Guys, please be respectful, right? Like, please. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's good. More communication is great. I'd love to see more dev streams like they've done here with question and answer sessions. I think that's really, really important. And they're saying that they've got more stuff planned for the far future. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of expected. They do that there. But I think the most important thing to talk about here is regarding consoles. Total War has been a PC game for 25 years. PC UIs and PC controls are in our bones. We're not going to compromise the PC experience for console. Evolving Total War, innovating and keeping it fresh and interesting for you as well as for us has always been the part of the plan, irrespective of what platforms we develop for. Okay, good. Guess I was scared, man, for 40k. I thought it was going to turn into some fucking garbage or something. So, for example, we've seen how promising the Steam Deck could be if we find a way to get Total War running in a form for you to take it on the go. That would be nice, actually. The Steam Deck, an upcoming Steam machine, and therefore Valve, and the biggest players in the PC space, providing interesting input method for choices to PC gamers. If there's a way to give players more choice, I'm for it. So when we say console, what we're really saying is choice. Play on PC with mouse and keyboard, play on PC with a controller, play on console. I know some of you will ask about mouse and keyboard support on console. I will look into it. I mean, I think that's what makes the most sense, right? Like, bring it into console, but make sure that it has mouse and keyboard. Because I seriously cannot imagine playing Total War without a mouse and keyboard. There's a lot of keys, there's hotkeys and stuff, and hopefully the future games will have better hotkey mechanics there so we can just like change stuff around a little bit more robustly, I guess. But yeah, this sounds good. This sounds very good. They're excited, and then at the bottom of the blog, which will be linked, by the way, they've got loads of details on one of the most played campaigns, which, surprise, surprise, it's mostly just Call Friends and stuff. It's a lot of the Empire. There's a lot of other stuff there too, but I mean, yeah. A lot of people like Reichland. A lot of people like Reichland. But yeah, have a great day, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon. I've got a few videos. I had one that was going to release today, but I guess I'm going to release it tomorrow. And yeah, see you soon, guys. I'll be live, by the way, on twitch.tv/The Great Book of Grudges playing the Dawnless Days if you want to pop by. So have a good one.